behind it. Further back in the field then comes Harkaday, and 4 or 5 last of all is Southerly Sweep. As they come to the turn, Royal Gesture is the leader here as they come around the turn, 500 metres out. That Precious tracking it, going to the centre of the track, Mellow Music from Final Queen, and then comes deeper out Royal Diva. Over on the inside, Auntie Cass. Calouna switching to the extreme outside as they race by the 400 metre mark, and then Harkaday making some run, Royal Gesture, and that's Precious running down to the 200 metre mark. Calouna running on strongly out in the centre. That's Precious, Royal Gesture and Calouna. So the 3 favourites have come away with Royal Gesture finding something near the inside. That's Precious trying hard, Calouna, and further back Corio, but Royal Gesture in front with 50 metres left to go. Calouna getting to second. On the inside is That's Precious, but it's too good. Royal Gesture wins by 2 lengths to Calouna. That's Precious third, fourth Corio, then Society Ball. The others well back, headed by Final Queen, Harkaday, Little Obsession, Auntie Cass, Sea Crossing, Southerly Sweep, then Mellow Music and Royal Diva last.
One of the first out. Kit began well. Up there too is Tembo Tembe and Montana Magic and the Red Man as they hurdle the first one. Desiree is back last of all. Jake's Kingdom improving out wide. Tembo Tembe led Century's Fox with the rail. In between them is the Red Man when they come to the second hurdle in the race. Then Jake's Kingdom going up to fourth around Montana Magic. 2 to Wild Trista and Cosrose together. Kit is a length further back, and then Desiree and Eugenius last of all. Coming down the side the first time, Century's Fox the leader. A little over a length in front. Tembo Tembe is running second. Then third placing on the rails is the Red Man, 1 further back in the field. Over on the outside, Jake's Kingdom. On the rails next is Montana Magic, Cosrose, Wild Trista out wider. Desiree pushing up on the inside. Kit is second last and Eugenius out wide. They swing around the turn in the first circuit. Century's Fox, the leader, comes into the bend for a treble down the straight. Tembo Tembe, the toppy, is up second the outside. The Red Man third on the fence. 1 further back is Jake's Kingdom. On the rails, Montana Magic and Eugenius is moving up on the outside at this one. They're being followed a little further back in the field then by Cosrose, Wild Trista, Desiree, and Kit was back last of all. At the next hurdle now, Tembo Tembe just wrapping the top of it slightly on the outside of Century's Fox, who kicks up to be the leader again. Couple of lengths back in the field then is the Red Man, and on its outside there is Jake's Kingdom, who's improving as the Red Man loses a little bit of ground. Eugenius getting up on the inside in company with Montana Magic at that hurdle. Then Wild Trista, Cosrose a good way back over on the inside when they turn out of the straight, and they're followed by Desiree and Kit. Out towards the 1600, and half the jumping has been complete. 5 to go in the race, and the leader Century's Fox about a half length in front of Tembo Tembe. In third placing, the Red Man on the inside of Jake's Kingdom. 1 Montana Magic fifth, and then Eugenius. A length and a half to Cosrose, Wild Trista. 1 further back in the field, Desiree and Kit on the outside. Tembo Tembe, Century's Fox share the lead at the 1400 into the back. The Red Man a length away third now. They're followed by Jake's Kingdom, Montana Magic. Kit starting a run around the outside. Cosrose on the fence, Eugenius dropping out, then Wild Trista and Desiree to the end of the field. Tembo Tembe at the 1200. The Red Man's gone up second. Century's Fox now back third on the inside, has lost a little bit of ground. Montana Magic, Jake's Kingdom the outside. Desiree improving her position. Wild Trista going with her on the outside. Cosrose still a good way back on the inside of Kit, 1,000 to go. And Eugenius last by 6. Here's the last hurdle down the back straight. Tembo Tembe lands 3/4 of a length clear. Running second on the outside, the Red Man. Jake's Kingdom moving up outside, Montana Magic. Desiree now fifth from Wild Trista. Then Kit round the outside. Cosrose is still spotting them along, start being ridden along, and then Century's Fox on the inside, and forget about Eugenius. Coming towards the turn now, Tembo at the 600 being pressed by the Red Man. 2 lengths to Jake's Kingdom running on well, and then Montana Magic. Now Cosrose is picking up the bit a little bit around Desiree when they came to the turner. Into the straight with 2 to go, and the Red Man takes the lead from Tembo Tembe. Jake's Kingdom stayed on the inside, running home well. Tembo Tembe, the Red Man out wide, and Jake's Kingdom. Here's the second last. Tembo Tembe, 4, nearly fell. He's just got to his feet. Cosrose did fall at the last. And now with 150 metres to go, it's Jake's Kingdom getting up on the inside, the Red Man and Desiree. Jake's Kingdom in front. Desiree on the outside. Jake's Kingdom the leader. Desiree coming at him. Jake's Kingdom about 3/4 in front. Jake's Kingdom holding on, and Jake's Kingdom won it by a neck to Desiree. The Red Man 3 lengths away third. Long break then to Kit, whose rider's gone across the line without the irons. And with it was Wild Trista. Then Montana Magic, Tembo Tembe, who just about fell How he stayed on his feet was a miracle. Behind them, Centuries Fox and Eugenius was the last to go over the line. Cosrose did take a fall.
To complete the line, they're set for a start now. Ready. Second race of the day, about to get underway. Set, starter holding them. 10 and Tim with that one on the outside. Rowdy Rolf, they're away this time, and Serengeti Gold away quickly. Sir Gallivant began okay with Farmacia, and working up Rangatani now getting to second. Grenache Girl over on the inside, and Daresh being ridden up to try and take a forward posse. Back behind it was Ruling Mystery as they work into the back, followed by Terry's Pride, Sir Gallivant, and Pirate Annie is back there in the centre of that field. Into the back they swing now, and the leader is Serengeti Gold by a length now, a half. Rangatani. Out 3 deep, Rowdy Rolf. They're not going quickly. A length, Farmacia. Daresh is running 5th. On the outside, Ruling Mystery, 1,400 metres out from Grenache Girl, Pirate Annie, Terry's Pride, and Sir Gallivant over on the inside is at the tail as they go towards the 1,200, where the leader Serengeti Gold now by a length. Rowdy Rolf, Farmacia 3rd, Rangatani's gone back to 4th. Grenache Girl is over on the inside of Ruling Mystery, caught out 3 deep, and the centre has ridden up a little there with Daresh. 2 lengths to Pirate Annie back with Terry's Pride the outside, and Sir Gallivant is on the rails. 1,000 metres out, they're about to come off the back. Serengeti Gold by a half length. Rowdy Rolf is second, a length away Farmacia in the box seat from Rangatani. Daresh is being hard ridden at the moment, passed by Grenache Girl and also Sir Gallivant, so you wouldn't want to be on Daresh at the moment. Further back then comes Pirate Annie. Terry's Pride's dropped right back, Ruling Mystery second last as they head to the turn inside the 700. Serengeti Gold a neck in front of Rowdy Rolf. 2 lengths Farmacia and Rangatani, then Grenache Girl. Daresh is whacking away, followed on the inside by Sir Gallivant, and they've broken right away from Pirate Annie as they come to the turn. 500 metres out, and Serengeti Gold looks the one to beat. Rowdy Rolf is under pressure. Then Farmacia about to get to second. Deeper out on the track, Rangatani. Then comes Sir Gallivant and Grenache Girl, and Daresh going to the extreme outside, desperate to try and find some ground. Farmacia at the 200 metre mark has raced up to head off Serengeti Gold, and they've come right away from Grenache Girl and Sir Gallivant. Over on the outside, Daresh, but Farmacia clear is going to break through today, starts to streak away from Serengeti Gold. Grenache Girl holding down 3rd at the moment from Sir Gallivant, but Farmacia punched out, wins by 4 lengths, 5 lengths on the line. Serengeti Gold, a similar distance 3rd, Grenache Girl, followed by Sir Gallivant. Daresh not happy in the ground, then Pirate Annie, Rangatani, Ruling Mystery, Rowdy Rolf and Terry's Pride last in.
National Assets getting their head up and throwing it about a little as the rider tries to get him to settle under him. And around the outside, Archer Street takes them over the Tan Bar crossing to lead by a length and a half. National Assets still throwing their head about. 2 lengths away to Gendre Lad, settling reasonably. They were followed 2 away by Pro now outside of Morris, and a length and a half away with his head down on his chest is the ghostly grey blue sun. They've started to string out now as they move into the far side and go by the 1600 or the mile in the old, and the leader Archer Street by 2.5. Second placing National Asset. 3rd Gendre Lad with the head right up. Back behind them 2 lengths off to Pro now on the outside of Morris the inner, and then a length and a quarter last of all Blue Sun. Gendre Lad is racing with his head right up high, and the leader Archer Street takes them along towards the 1200 metre turn, which will bring them down the side by 2.5. National Asset settles nicely second. 3.5 further back to Gendre Lad. They're quickening up a little more. Pro now on the outside of Morris and neck the inside, and 1 1/4 off last of all to the Grey Blue Sun. In that order they shape to come down the side now, and racing past towards the 1,000 metre mark, and the leader still Archer Street, a length and a half. National Asset. The others are now starting to close ranks. In 3rd placing, a couple of lengths away, Gendre Lad. 1 length the outside Pro now, neck the inside still is Morris, and last of all a length away the Grey Blue Sun. A little bit more speed into it at the 800 metre mark, and Archer Street again getting away. 2 lengths in front now of in second placing National Asset. 2 lengths Gendre Lad, and then Pro now. Blue Sun on the outside of Morris, who's under pressure. Heading for the home turn, 600 metres out, and the leader still is Archer Street by a length and a half. National Asset. 2 lengths away to Gendre Lad. The rider getting busy. Then came Blue Sun between Pro now under pressure, and Morris has dropped astern around the home turn, and Archer Street still holds the lead by a couple of lengths and tapped up with the stick from second placing National Asset. Gendre Lad and Blue Sun are coming out wider. Then Pro now, and forget about Morris, but in the straight Archer Street is finding something. Comes to the 200 by 2.5. Gendre Lad tries hard. Blue Sun can't go on at the moment, neither can National Asset, but Archer Street has just about pinched this. He's going to, in fact, and Archer Street will lead basically go to O. Scores by about 2.5 to Gendre Lad, nearly 3. 3rd National Asset maybe just in front of Blue Sun Pro now, and last home was
removed, I think. Now they stand well. Off they go.
And a reasonably good start. Snore began well. Beggar's Opera, one of the first out. Old Nick snagged at the tail early. Come to Water into stride fast, but Beggar's Opera hit it off now by Come to Water, and Snore on the outside of them going up looking for the front. 2 lengths back to Rich Theme, settling fourth, and then Hamlet. Half a length away on the outside is Benazee, and Old Nick last of all. Snore led at the turn at the 800, out by about 2 lengths to Come to Water on the outside of Beggar's Opera, 2 to Rich Theme, half the outside to Hamlet, and then came Benazee, and Old Nick is last coming down the hill. And with 600 metres to go, Snore in front, Come to Water a length away, Beggar's Opera on the inside, Hamlet improving from Rich Theme, Benazee ridden along to make some ground out 3 wide and 3 to Old Nick. Snore in front of Come to Water, Hamlet the outside. Just behind these is Beggar's Opera looking for the way clear. Benazee to the outside and Rich Theme. Inside the 400 now. Snore still in front. Hamlet in the orange colours down the outside. Out wide, Benazee battling a little bit. Come to Water is still there in the middle. Come to Water and Snore down at the 200. Hamlet on the outside. They're the 3. It's Snore in front, fighting plenty. Come to Water, Hamlet on the outside. Snore, Come to Water and Hamlet. Snore's fighting on tremendously well on the inside, and Snore's just won it from Hamlet the outside, and Come to Water third. Then came Rich Theme, Benazee behind them, Old Nick second last, and Beggar's Opera dropped out last. Snore, Darren Gauci, John Hawkes have taken out the...
Charities and Bronx Delight now tails out. Past the 1,200 metres, and the leader Mighty Air by 3 parts of a length to Kelbar. A length and a half Atlantis Brave on the outside of Rushdale Praise. Gee, there's one very deep there. Charities almost scouting the outside rail as they come off the back at the 1,000. Pearl Pageant running 5th as they drive into that corner. Shaw Planet on the inside with Duke Gannon. Losing ground there, Davo's Peak. In the centre of those, Mr. Sam Booker. Charities wider out. My Bay Boy Argyle Knight's been shuffled back behind it, Gangster Boogie, and last of all and looking hopeless, Bronx Delight. 700 metres to go as they come to the turn, and Mighty Air by a neck to Kelbar, a length away Atlantis Brave, then Rushdale Praise niggled out on the inside. Jagannon starting to work into the race. Over on the inside, Short Planet, and wide around the track, My Bay Boy. Here comes Mr. Sam Booker making his run now before the turn, then Argyle Knight under pressure, and Davo's Peak as they come around the turn. 400 metres to travel. Mighty Air shaken up. Kelbar goes up to join it. Mr. Sam Booker is very deep. Atlantis Brave, Rushdale Praise, Jagannon, and then Pearl Pageant as they head down to the 200 metre mark. Mr. Sam Booker's not in the race. It's Mighty Air, Kelbar, Mighty Air fighting back, Jagannon running on reasonably well, and then Rushdale Praise followed by Mr. Sam Booker. Mighty Air in front, they're all tied. Kelbar, Jagannon running on resolutely, but Mighty Air's in front 50 metres out. On the outside, Jagannon trying hard, but Mighty Air too good. Another leader in, Mighty Air a length and a quarter. 2 Jagannon, Kelbar third, 4th in Mr. Sam Booker, then Rushdale Praise. Next in Pearl Pageant, followed by Atlantis Brave. Then Davo's Peak, behind it Argyle's Knight. Then My Bay Boy, Bronx Delight, Shore Planet, Gangster Boogie, and last in was Charities.
The bowler and shaded by Extra Jovial the outside. Kashengi's getting the head up and fighting the rider as they come around the first turn at the 600. It just will not settle up underneath him. Further back to On the Scene, and they were followed by Kandahar, and last of all is Bruskin. Kashengi still working against the rider. He's standing high in the irons, and he's giving the Irishman a fairly torrid time, where the leader now is Northern Idol and clears out to lead by a couple to Bungalow. Over on the outside third, Kashengi. Back to the inside came Extra Jovial, and they were followed by Change the Bowler as they clear the first in the straight. On the Scene, Bruskin, and back to the tail is Kandahar with the green armbands and cap. At the second of the treble in the straight, this is at the 200 metre mark, and Northern Idol led from Kashengi, who's 40 his way up to Beyond Terms, and Bungalow between them. Extra Joves is enjoying a lovely run behind the speed, and they were followed then by Change the Bowler as they take the last of the trio. Then came On the Scene, the centre, Bruskin the inside, and on the outside was Kandahar. Bungalow and the rough-going Kashengi have it to themselves as they go to the straight. They draw a couple in front of Northern Idol, happy to get the smother. Further back behind those then, in fourth placing, Extra Jovial, just easing off the rail around that horse, Northern Idol. And then further back 2 lengths away, Change the Bowler outside of Bruskin. On the Scene is last, and second last is Kandahar. Bungalow led over the one on the side and shows the way in towards the far terrain by about a length and a half. 2 in second placing, settling better now, Kashengi. He's given up the fight. Third placing on the outside, Extra Jovial, the inside Northern Idol. They're travelling pretty well together, this group. Another length away behind them, or a length and a half to Change the Bowler, the centre, and over on the outside
Kandahar. The inside is Bruskin, and last of all is On the Scene, but only 5 or so off the leader. Into the far side, heading towards the 1600, and Bungalow again gets away, about a length in front. And here's the first flight along the far side. He measured it nicely. Extra Jovial put in a big leap and made about 2 lengths. Second placing on the outside is Kashangi. Extra Jovial is poised third as they go to the next one. They were followed by Northern Idol. Changed the bowler, made a bit of a mess of it. Around the outside, Kandahar On the Scene, and last of all, Bruskin, 1400 out. Here's the next flight coming to them, and Bungalow jumped it well. About a length in front of Extra Jovial, whose rider's giving chase now and moves up smartly on the outside, and still there in the centre is Kashangi going to test the pair of them. 3 lengths Northern Idol, followed by Change the Bowler. To the outside, Kandahar, and further back in the field, Bruskin, and On the Scene's not travelling. Down the side they race, and the Irish caps are pretty prominent here, 2 out of the first 3. And here's the next jump at the 1,000-metre mark, and it's Bungalow and Extra Jovial together. The Aussie caps in front now. Extra Jovial, the favourite's got a half in front of Bungalow, and they've quickened up appreciably as they go to another flight from further back in the field. Behind them, third Kashangi. 5 lengths Northern Idol. The sprint's right on now. They go by the 800, then Kandahar, Bruskin On the Scene, and Change the Bowler over that next jump, which is the third last now. And the leader getting away here is the top weight, Extra Jovial. He's under the whip, but 3 in front. It's an Aussie cap versus Ireland second with Bungalow. Then another Irish cap about 5 away. Kashangi's getting tired, and here come an Aussie cap around the outside on Northern Idol, sticking on pretty well. And Kandahar for Ireland, and further back to Bruskin On the Scene, and forget about one dropping out, Change the Bowler. Extra Jovial in front with 2 more hurdles to jump for Grant Young of Australia. And it's Extra Jovial nicely clear to the second last, popped over it. Treated it with contempt, led by about 2 or 3. Second Bungalow, Northern Idol was next, and now running on is Kandahar over the last one. Extra Jovial pecked at it, but he got away with it. He landed 3 in front of Bungalow, and it's another Aussie victory. In fact, it's 2 for Grant Young of Australia. He won on the Alexandra Gaston train, time to try at the park in the highweight on Wednesday, and he's taken the challenge hurdle here. Second place in getting home late for Ireland was Kandahar. Third Ireland again in Bungalow, so they haven't done too badly in this one. Northern Idol, Bruskin, followed by On the Scene, Kashangi, and tailed off was the other runner.
Here's Darren Gauci about to jump back on board Symbolism, the sister to Dennis Araya, and we'll soon have them ready for the third of the day. Nina Haraka alongside of Symbolism in the red and gold diamonds, for Survival on the red and white stripes there. Field just about ready for dispatch now. Inside Happy Fairy, an attendant in there with her, 1,200 metres. Line looked pretty good. There's the all clear given. Off they go at the 1,200. Lovely dispatch. Happy Fairy. Toot Nanny out quickly. Shirley's Toy jump well. Symbolism's going forward as they settle down now. And it's Happy Fairy holding the inside. Our Missouri is outside her. Toot Nanny is dicing for the lead as well when they settle into stride, and Symbolism out 4 wide coming up towards the turn at the 800. They're followed by 4 Survival settling on the outside of Shirley's Toy, 1 Nina Haraka, half to Bell Pursuit, couple of lengths further back in the field, then out with the old, and last of all Interest Only coming down, and Toot Nanny at the 600 shot 2 lengths in front, moving up to second Symbolism, who's been racing wide. Happy Fairy on the fence from Our Missouri, 4 Survival next swinging out wide, and they're followed by Shirley's Toy. Who dipped and nearly went down there. Nina Haraka got onto her heels and had to check severely and went to the outside. In the straight now, Toot Nanny with Happy Fairy getting up on the inside, and Symbolism is coming at them, and 4 Survival on the outside chiming in. Symbolism and 4 Survival now race to the lead over Our Missouri, and Nina Haraka next on the outside. 4 Survival and Symbolism inside the 200. Symbolism and 4 Survival fighting it out neck and neck. It's Symbolism the inside, 4 Survival the outside. There's nothing between them. A great go. Symbolism a nose in front and just one. Symbolism from 4 Survival. Nina Haraka's done exceptionally well to get third, and they're followed by Our Missouri. Behind them was Interest Only, trailed by Out with the Old, Shirley's Toy, Bell Pursuit, Happy Fairy, and Toot Nanny at the back of the field.
Red Draw is going to lead to the first jump with Gold Scepter. Thames over on the inside, deep out there, the Woozer, Daring Enterprise, and Gay Fox with Calor's Boy. Here's the first. and over it they go. Learson back to second last. Last of all is Major Draw as they work to the back of the track, and here the Galway Piper with Gold Scepter matching strides. A length and a half in front of the Woozer Daring Enterprise and Gay Fox on the inside. Another 2.5 then Kalor's Boy Thames on his inside. 4 or 5, make it 6 lengths away then to Grey Lyra. 4 behind it Learsome as they approach the next jump, and last of all is Major Draw. Over it they go. Learsome jumping safely but slowly as they work along the back, where a great battle for the lead here. The Woozer on the outside. Hello, the Galway Pipers dumped the rider there, and he looks to be okay as they come to the second of the double, and Gold Scepter and the Woozer well clear. Now the Galway Piper is in the field running third. Daring Enterprise, Gay Fox, then Kalor's Boy as they go over the last of the treble. A length further back the Thames, who was checked there as Kalor's Boy went back on top of him from Grey Lyra. 4 or 5 to Learsome, and last of all is Major Draw. And the rider of the Galway Piper still lying on the track down here at the 1200 metre mark. As they come down the side on round one, the Woozer gets out with a big break here, a 4 or 5 in front of Gold Scepter. Another 4 lengths away, Daring Enterprise. On the outside of it, Kalor's Boy, and the riderless horse is still there as they step over the next from Gay Fox. Thames on his outside, 2 lengths further back Grey Lyra. Learson now starting to tack on, and 6 or 7 last of all is Major Draw. Around the turn they come now for the first of 4 in the lane, and the lead of the Woozer well clear. In second place Gold Scepter, Daring Enterprise and Kalor's Boy on the outside. Saving ground nearer the fence was Thames. Behind it then was Gay Fox on the outside next as they jump that, he's run off there, that riderless horse. Next is Learsome, followed by Grey Lyra. Last of all is Major Draw. Here's the second of the 4 in the lane, and the Woozer in front. They're coming back to the field. Daring Enterprise second, on the inside Gold Scepter. 2 to Thames, nice and handy as they now start to jam up on the outside. Learsome, who stepped over that nicely, followed by Gay Fox, Grey Lyra, and last of all is Major Draw. The Woozer over the last in the lane by 2 lengths. Daring Enterprise, Thames third, Gold Scepter the inside as the riderless horse joins in again. Learsome is out very deep on the track as they leave the straight. Then Grey Lyra on the rails. Gay Fox followed by well back Kalor's Boy second last in this tight field, and last of all is Major Draw. The next jump coming up was their first on round one, and the Woozer trying to lead all the way now, out by a couple of lengths to Daring Enterprise. Third placing is Gold Scepter. Thames is fourth, travelling okay. Learsome behind him now, but tracking deep from Gay Fox on the inside, losing ground Grey Lyra, and then comes well back Major Draw, and dropping out is Kalor's Boy. Along the back they go again. They've got this treble coming up, and the leader was the Woozer by 3 or 4. Daring Enterprise 3 away to Thames to third. Learsome now improving on the outside of Gold Scepter, then Gay Fox, well back Grey Lyra, Major Draw over that, and the Woozer in front, but under pressure and under extreme pressure I'd say, as Learsome now moves up with Daring Enterprise and Thames. The 4 of them almost jumping together. Nearly losing the rider there was Gay Fox. Behind it was Gold Scepter. Major Draw starting to run now, and last of all is Grey Lyra. Thames made a mess of that, and Learsome got away as they come to the last of this treble. Learsome comes to it, jumped it well from in second place Daring Enterprise, who didn't handle it well. Gay Fox nearly spilled his lollies again. Thames getting balance now, going to second. Major Draw running on, looks like running a place from the Woozer gone, then Gold Scepter and Grey Lyra. Learsome the leader as they head down towards the 800 metre mark. 2.5 to Thames now giving chase. Major Draw getting to third and looking a real threat. Next in Daring Enterprise, Gold Scepter, the Woozer and Grey Lyra as they approach the next jump, and Learsome comes to it, upped over it by 3 parts to Thames. Major Draw may have run his race, although he's still there whacking away, and he saved ground near the inside. Had to switch around Thames then as they come out now through the gap onto the course proper with 1 more to go. 450 metres out. Learsome in front here from Thames. Major Draw, then Daring Enterprise. Further back Gold Scepter. Learsome coming down to the last jump is clear. Thames in second place. Major Draw raising another effort. Here's the last coming up. Learsome approaches it. Jumped it beautifully for Philip Scattergood. Major Draw made a bit of a mess of it. 200 to go. Learsome in front. Thames under the whip. So too Major Draw. Learsome holding them at bay. He's coming away from Thames. He's not a bad promising steeplechaser, this bloke Learsome. He opens up. Interest in the minors. Major Draw making an effort to try and get to Thames, but it's Learsome winning comfortably. Major Draw will get second, some 4 lengths away. Thames third, a neck further back.
They're set, ready to go. 15.50 the distance of the race. Racing
Exotic Art was flat-footed at the jump, missed at a good length. Nick Matt didn't have any early speed, and there's a bit of a battle for the early lead. Balladin, Castabon and Prince LaRue together. A length and a half away to 2 off. Pragong settling nicely fourth, and the outside Green Line Boots back a length and a quarter off was Stylish Led about to join Nick Matt, and 2 away after that moderate start, Exotic Art. Heading to the 1200-metre turn now off the far side, and Castabon on its own now. Length in front of Prince LaRue. A half the inside, Balladin travels up very sweetly third. 2 lengths to Pragong on the inside of the outsider, and that is Green Line Boots. 1 1/2 then Stylish Led, a half the inside Nick Matt, and a length away last of all is Exotic Art. In that order at the 1000, Castabon still a length in front of Prince LaRue. 1 1/2 away, Balladin third held together. Pragong goes to fourth and is looking for room. Next over on the outside, Green Line Boots as Pragong moves up on the inside at the 800. Then Stylish Led, followed by Nick Matt and Exotic Art. A bit more speed coming into the affair as they move towards the home turn. They've got about 700 to go, and Castabon sneaks away now, 2 lengths in advance of Prince LaRue. Pragong going up on the inside third, Balladin fourth, Green Line Boots under pressure fifth from Stylish Led around it, Nick Matt inside of it, and last of all Exotic Art around the home turn, and Castabon tried to pinch it in a sprint for home at the 400, got 2 1/2 clear. Prince LaRue, Pragong, Balladin all there, and Nick Matt's got a lovely run up on the inside. Stylish Led followed by Exotic Art and then Green Line Boots, but it's still Castabon clear. Prince LaRue can't go on. Pragong's getting a run between them with Balladin. Nick Matt struggling on the inside. Castabon is still in front with 100 to travel. Castabon looks like hanging on, and Castabon will. Castabon, in fact, is coming away under the vigorous riding and wins by about 2 1/2 lengths to Nick Matt. Third's tight, Balladin or Stylish Led. Further back, Pragong and Prince LaRue both yielded ground. Exotic Art, and the outsider was last, Green Line Boots.
And third picks for the sequel between Grom Bay and Sandridge Bay. Sandridge Bay. They've both been a shade easy, the stablemates, and the next best Gold Boom, who's got out to good odds. There's the likely leader in the race, I Love Kiev. Likes to bowl along in front, loves it wet, but he's just struggling a little bit for his form at the moment as they prepare to move into the gates here now. Previous race taken out by Symbolism. Big performance by the sister to Dana Soraya. Race 2 went to Snore, who led all the way, and the first went to Jake's Kingdom. Certainly looks like you've got to stay away from the rails here. Happy Fairy was with the leaders coming around the home turn in the previous race, and it was like it ran into a quagmire. Just stopped that quickly. I think we'll see them sweeping down the middle of the course for the rest of the afternoon. They've moved into the stalls pretty well here for the Ajax Welter. We await Final Tempo and Dylan to move in, and we'll have them ready to go. Dylan ran last in a small field at Warwick Farm, but you can find that often happens in those little fields. It throws up surprise results. He's 2 previous runs this time in had netted victories on rain-affected ground, which he has here today. Final Tempo's moved in, and Dylan is coming up now. Links in, so the field is ready to go. Ajax Welter, Sandridge Bay has a purple cap. Off they go, and it began well near the inside, but I Love Kiev won the start. Out fast, Final Tempo's going quickly to have a crack at him for the lead early. Grom Bay settling third outside Dylan and Gold Boom, and then 2 lengths of Tunga and Sandridge Bay at the end. They're inside the 1000. Final Tempo working up on the outside, but I Love Kiev kicking up with the first turn coming up to them now, and fighting the rider I Love Kiev just in front of Final Tempo. About 2 1/2 away, Gold Boom with a drop on the leader's third. Grom Bay the outside. 3 lengths to Dylan. Gouchy's at work on him. He's not coming down the hill well. Sandridge Bay getting up on his inside, and Tunga at the 600. Final Tempo, a length and a half, I Love Kiev. He's come off the rails on Gold Boom. A length behind them, Grom Bay. 3 lengths to Sandridge Bay. Dylan not travelling well, and out Tunga is last when they corner. Final Tempo led Gold Boom. I Love Kiev back on the inside, and then Grom Bay when they corner. Inside the 400 metres, Final Tempo, 2 lengths to Gold Boom under the whip, and I Love Kiev. Grom Bay and Sandridge Bay down the outside. Final Tempo still in front though. At the 200, it's Final Tempo. He's increased the lead. Gold Boom is gone. Sandridge Bay's gone past. Grom Bay chasing the leader. It's Sandridge Bay after Final Tempo. Final Tempo with a good lead. Sandridge Bay coming at it at every stride, but Final Tempo holding on, and Final Tempo beats Sandridge Bay. About 4 lengths to Grom Bay third, then I Love Kiev and Gold Boom. Dylan never happy out there, and Tunga was last of all. Final Tempo's gone straight to the lead. Had a little battle with I Love Kiev to hold it out, but he's been able to go on and score. Number 2, Final Tempo, ridden by Lincoln Coffey. Back from the 1600 metres of his last start on the 11th of July to win. Only had the 2 starts at Sandown, and they've both been victories. One at 1600 and one at 1200 metres. It was worth the fight to find the lead, and he stayed on the rail, so he just thrown my theory right out the window. Previous race they couldn't stay up with them, but he stayed right against the fence and had no trouble in holding them out comfortably. Sandwich Bay running on strongly to second, and Grand Bay third. 2-5-1 official now, 2-5-1. Fourth was I Love Kiev, and fifth was Gold Boom, and Dylan just did not handle the track. Whether I don't think it was a wet ground, I just don't think he handled the hill here at Sandown and put him right off his game. Fifth coming up, take out number 9. My Brandy Kid is running in the last in Adelaide today. Race 5 is due at 2:42.
Runners are coming.
Eureka Brandy. Then Golden Yank back in the field comes over on the inside. Nina's Delight, Mill Prince making ground, but out deep around Optical in Arc Navarre. Well back Cold Weekend at the tail of the field, and with it there was Party Pride. Heading down to the turn now at the 650, Rancho Lad from Mighty Morgan. Bogan Magic on the inside, a length of Raff Knight. Then comes Eureka Brandy, Golden Yank, and Very Deep Mill Prince as they swing to the turn 500 metres out. Behind those runners, Optical, and to the outside, Arc Navarre, and well back Nina's Delight, Cold Weekend. And back with it, Party Pride, 400 out, Rancho Lad hard against the inside in front, Raff Knight getting to second. Then Mighty Morgan now coming down the outside, Mill Prince and Arc Navarre, Optical, Golden Yank. As they head down to the 200 metre mark, Rancho Lad's got a big lead. He's 4 in front of Raff Knight. Those on the outside don't appear to be making any ground. I think it's useless going out there. Rancho Lad, well, he looked a good thing. He's going to win like one at the moment. Raff Knight holding down second, Optical battling away, but Rancho Lad has won comfortably. Rancho Lad, his recent form suggests he could win. Very tight second and third between Optical on the outside and Raff Knight on the rails, then Mill Prince, Arc Navarre. Back with it, Party Pride, Nina's Delight, Golden Yank, Bogan Magic. Next in Mighty Morgan, followed by Cold Weekend, and Eureka Brandy was last.
It's a double.
Back Tormenta, followed then by Cambridge Shy, and last of all on the outside is Temper Star. Around the turn into the lane they come in the first circuit, and the leader was Just Dynamite by about a half, 3/4 to Matching Tiger. Third placing over on the inside off again. Next out wider Lincoln Dairy, and in the centre Chelsea Bridges. They take the first one in the lane from Price of Fame, and also going up there between horses was Show Me More, followed then by Brutambo. Further back behind those came on the inside Tormenta. From further out in the track, Cambridge Shy and Temper Star as they clear the next and come to the one in front of the stand, and the leader is Just Dynamite on the inside. Just Dynamite from on the outside, Matching Tiger. In third placing Lincoln Dairy. Fourth, the inside off again. By golly, he saved some ground on the favourite. Over on the outside of those was Chelsea Bridge. Next behind them, Show Me More from Price of Fame, tracking the favourite up on the inside. Next, Brutambo, Tormenta, followed by Temper Star outside of Cambridge Shy. Another fence coming up inside the 2,000 metre mark, and Just Dynamite will lead them to it and over it. From on the outside, moving up to him, Matching Tiger, the old 12-year-old. Third placing on the inside off again, still saving ground. Lincoln Dairy, it's outside. Price of Fame tracking the favourite up on the inside. Within the centre, Show Me More, and around them 3 deep now, Chelsea Bridge. They were followed by Brutambo, Tormenta the inside, and further back then to Temper Star and Cambridge Shy. What a spectacle, this chase. There's only about 7 lengths, if that, first to last, as they go inside the 1,600, where Matching Tiger now puts the pressure on Just Dynamite and draws ahead in front of. They come to the next fence almost together. In behind them in third place, oh, there's one's tipped the rider out here. It's Chelsea Bridge's rider. I think he's had a harmless fall, and the horse has eased back out of the field, where the leader now is Matching Tiger. Matching Tiger shows the way. That horse, I think, has got a miss on landing, and then now the leader is Matching Tiger, taken on quickly by one who's made a spurt around them, Brutambo. In third placing, Lincoln Dairy, off again now under pressure. Just Dynamite beaten. They were followed by Tormenta, and then came Show Me More. Price of Fame not travelling it. Over on the outside, Temper Star, and further back in the field was Cambridge Shy, who's dropped out a long last, but it's Brutambo clear down the side. He's a length in front of the old-timer Matching Tiger. Joining in is Lincoln Dairy as they go over another fence, and they were followed further back as Price of Fame made a mess of it. He hooked it. Going up between horses now is off again. He's still looking a chance, and 2.5 away, Tormenta runs on. Further back in the field behind those then came Show Me More. Temper Star, Just Dynamite's dropping right out. He's a tired horse, Price of Fame, and forget about Cambridge Shy. Down the side they race, and the leader here is still Brutambo, but off again. He's coming after this leader. They're 3 in front. Behind the Matching Tiger. Tiger, followed then by Lincoln Derry, who's just whacking away at the one bat as they come out of the lane onto the course proper for the turn for home. And off again, Rangers up on the outside of Brew Tambo to go to the narrow lead. In third placing behind the matching Tiger, giving ground, passing him Lincoln Derry. And they were followed wider out on the track then by Tormenta. Just Dynamite's been eased out of it. Off again, came to the last fence and he measured it magnificently, this chaser. And off again's going to make it a great day for favourite backers in the two jumping races. He goes home to win it well. Extra Jovial won the hurdle, the favourite, and this fellow's won even easier. And off again scores brilliantly from
the inside, one of the first to go. Leader Boy began well, and there goes Rustic Rancher.
Pickings joined over near the outside by Laugh and Dance. Lucky Tycoon coming up into line now. Nearly set to go. Grand Andre joins them. Sovereign's Quarters the one out of line. That's the last to move in. Phantom Handicap. First leg of the double about to go, 1,600 metres. Sovereign Squall coming into the outside. Kahira Legend drawn down in gate number 4. Ready to break. Off they go. Began reasonably. Pete the Painter out okay. Sovereign Squall showing pace with Prime Address near the outside. Blazing Sword is beginning okay, and now Blazing Sun is going through in the early part down on the inside. So it's now Blazing Sun, Sovereign Squall on the outside, the 2 leaders in front of Prime Address. Kahira Legend up to 4th near the inside rail, and Nightly Sword going on the outside. 1 to Lucky Tycoon, Video Fan, a half to Pete the Painter, 1 to Laugh and Dance, Northern Embossing. Colorado Ring out wide from Grand Andre. It's windy again, and Rich Pickings was last of all. Blazing Sun the leader. Nightly Sword moved up a neck away the outside at the 1,000. A length and a half to Sovereign Squall. 2 lengths back is Prime Address, 4th on the inside. Kahira Legend 4th the inside. Prime Address outside it. Then 2 lengths to Pete the Painter, followed by Lucky Tycoon the centre. Video Fan out 3 wide. 1.5 Laugh and Dance on the inside of Colorado Ring. Rich Pickings starting its run down the hill, being followed then by Northern Embossing. It's windy again, and Grand Andre. Blazing Sun the leader. Sovereign Squall at the 600 metres goes up within a half length of it. Nightly Sword comes 3 wide. 2 lengths Kahira Legend, who's in 4th placing, looking for somewhere to go around the home turn. Prime Address the outside. Lucky Tycoon's got onto their back, and then Laugh and Dance when they corner. And Blazing Sun on the inside at the 400, the leader. A run through for Kahira Legend. Sovereign Squall has gone quickly though, and Sovereign Squall has raced up to the lead. Nightly Sword having a go at the outside. It's now Nightly Sword racing up. Kahira Legend battling a little bit. Laugh and Dance down the outside, and Rich Pickings coming late from Lucky Tycoon. Nightly Sword in front of Kahira Legend. Laugh and Dance. Nightly Sword in front. Laugh and Dance. Kahira Legend. Nightly Sword just in front. Laugh and Dance coming at it, but Nightly Sword just beat Laugh and Dance the outside, I'd say, with Kahira Legend on the rails 3rd in front of Rich Pickings. Back behind them was Video Fan and Prime Address from Sovereign Squall. Lucky Tycoon, and then it's windy again from Grand Andre, Colorado Ring. A break to Blazing Sun, Pete the Painter, and Northern Embossing last of all. Stand by for numbers here in the Phantom Handicap. Nightly Sword has fought on very strongly. The judge has called for a photo. Laugh and Dance is on the outside of it. But 5 is official. Nightly Sword, Marie Payne the winner. Number 4, Laugh and Dance, Eddie Wilkinson 2nd. And number 6, Kahira Legend, ridden by Damien Oliver, was 3rd. 5, 4 and 6 confirmed on race 5, and they've run 141. 141. Yes, pretty evenly graded field this. Luck and running a crucial factor. And Kahira Legend seemed to just get balked for a run for a little while early in the straight. But here Nightly Sword, full of running. Marie Payne, hands and heels, and he's finding plenty on his favoured ground here on the wet track. Kahira Legend inside it. The mare Laugh and Dance has been the best finisher in the race on the outside of Nightly Sword. But riding up on the pace and coming down the middle of the track, the 3 place getters. And Nightly Sword just having enough in hand on the post to beat Laugh and Dance. Kahira Legend the inside 3rd. Rich Pickings came from last. It's the 4th place getter, and around about a half head margin in favour of Nightly Sword. A 7-year-old Chestnut Gelding who's won 12 races from 70 starts now, and Marie Payne, the winning rider, ran a terrific race at its last start at Moonee Valley on a track that really wasn't to suit it. Heavier ground today, and that's been the difference. 5, 4 and 6 official on the 5th of the day. The Scobie Breesley, race 6 coming up on the program, and they all start in that race at 3:18.
So Olympic Gold first to go here is Rancho's Vanity with Billy Goat Gruff on the inside, Siniso Dancer, and up there Dancer's Edition. They've broken away early from Norfolk Island on the inside, Impending, then Saffron Serpent, Taku Tiki. Caught out very deep, Panorama Flower. A break of 4 or 5 lengths to next Cargo Limit. Back with it, Pom Cell, then Billy Goat's Gruff, Olympic Gold, and last of all, a length away is El Moje. 1,100 metres to travel, and Billy Goat's Gruff is in front here. That was Dry Showback third last. Billy Goat's Gruff in front from Rancho's Vanity and Dancer's Edition. A length away, Saniso Dancer. A little over a length then comes next in the race, Impending over on the inside there of Saffron Serpent. There's another one around the outside of it, Norfolk Island it is. Then Taku Tiki as they come off the back. Gee whiz, look at these others. They're 6 lengths away, Cargo Limit. Last of all is Dry Show. El Moje starting to make a wriggle on from Pom Cell and Olympic Gold as they work to the turn. Heading by the 600 metre mark now, and Billy Goat Gruff, Rancho's Vanity from Saniso Dancer. A hard-ridden Dancer's Edition, then Impending over on the outside. Next there was Taku Tiki making a run. Next on the inside of those would have been Saffron Serpent as they come around the turn with Norfolk Island. Now, El Moje is tracking straight to the outside of the track with Taku Tiki and also Panorama Flyer. Down towards the 200 metre mark on the inside, Rancho's Vanity and Impending. In the centre of the track or towards the outside, Saniso Dancer. Saffron Serpent running on. El Moje's a mile back. But inside the 150, Rancho's Vanity in front here of Impending. Saniso Dancer over on the outside. Rancho's Vanity is stopping. Saniso Dancer, Panorama Flyer, and on the outside, El Moje, Rancho's Vanity in front. It's got in Rancho's from Panorama Flyer into El Moje. Gave them a hell of a start. Next in then would have been Taku Tiki, Saniso Dancer, Dry Show, Saffron Serpent. Next then Olympic Gold, Impending.
And also Mr. Travolta and Hey Heroes right up on the speed, and so is Parak Gold. Further back in the field behind those, getting up on the inside of those now as they come down the side, Hunger Strike. They were followed further back behind them by Gilded Star, Dubai Sue, followed then by Apti Go, and then Dunkilled, followed by Receptor, Worse Than Centre Field, followed by Gold Heritage, My Eagle, Power Cruise. At a long last is Pavlova's sticking back at the tail. Around the home turn they race, and Spice Girl with the blinkers on today. It's really sharpened her up, and she led and kicked by a length and a half. Estusa's gone into second placing, Mr. Travolta, Parak Gold, and down the outside running on hard is Hunger Strike. Back to the inside, Dunkilled, Hey Hero ahead of it, but it's Spice Girl in front. Spice Girl at the 200 metres, about a length and a half clear. Hey Hero tries hard, wider out on the track behind them, Hunger Strike, but this is a decent sort of a form reversal, it appears. It's Spice Girl in front. Hey Hero's trying ever so hard, but Spice Girl, well, the two runs together, you just can't put them together, but Spice Girls won it from Hey Hero. Dunkill got through late in a photo for third with Receptor. Hunger Strike was there. My Eagle flashed home looking for ground. Apti Go. Then came Dubai Sue. Mr. Travolta followed further back behind them then by Gold Heritage, who never got into the race. Well back was Pavlova's with Parak Gold knocking up Power Cruise. Gilded Star hasn't gone a yard in the going in the ground in the run home.
Becomes available. Just about set to go at Sandown. Favourite 190, Quarant Love number 3. Half time at the G. Melbourne lead Carlton by 10 points. And here's Greg Miles.
Last to move into the line. Here it is, the favourite, Quarant Love. Round flip of the coin. It's the short favourite, this mare. All in, set to go. 1,000 metres the journey. Starter on the platform. Prince Dandan took the outside barrier, so now they're ready to go and off. Quarant Love began well with Mazare. Royal Genius jumped all right. Papillon is showing some pace in the early part. And over on the outside, Speed Ace began very quickly. Polo Jack gets back a bit. They've covered about 300. King Carl hunting through near the inside. And it's going to settle just the leader from on the outside, Shamrock Jazz, and Quarant Love right there third. Mazare just behind them fourth on the inside, being followed by Papillon. Speed Ace out very wide, and then Royal Genius, followed by Polo Jack on the inside, Prince Dandan and Sky Version last. At the turn, Quarant Love out 3 wide, Shamrock Jazz in the middle, King Carl the rails. They're the leaders over Mazare, Polo Jack, and then Papillon. 300 to go now, and Oliver's asking the favourite to go. Quarant Love on the outside of Shamrock Jazz. King Carl's fighting on well on the rails. Mazare's chiming in. Quarant Love and King Carl. King Carl the inside, and Quarant Love now from Mazare. Quarant Love and King Carl. King Carl is giving a bit of cheek. King Carl's a neck in front, holding, in fact, coming away on the line. King Carl won it. Either Quarant Love or Sky Version, who made a lot of ground on the inside for the minors. Prince Dandan next, followed by Mazare. A gap to Papillon, and they're trailed by Polo Jack. Shamrock Jazz dropped out on the straight. Then Speed Ace and a bad last, Royal Genius. 57-1 here on a heavy track, would you believe? King Carl, number 4, ridden by Peter Hutchinson.
Quickly near the inside, Strophy and also Toyart working up with Vinny the Flash behind them. Rapid Action. Nippon Nugget on the outside from Flick Time, along the inside swiftly Kate, deep out Biddy Mijo. Our Big Girl drifting back into the field. Our Scout's Honour in front of it. Well back Revor Lad, but making ground, but out deep from No Name, and last of all 3 away is Scarlet Ruler. A charge for the lead, 1,200 metres out. We've got 4 of them up there. Over on the outside, Vinny the Flash, Toyart and Strophy on the inside, so I can't count. There's only 3 of them. 2 lengths further back, Rapid Action. Then Mr. Jude on the outside from Nippon Nugget, Our Scout's Honour. Revor Lad continues to make ground from back in the field. Then Our Big Girl. Flick Time's got a long way back. In front of it, swiftly Kate. No Name not handling the ground under pressure. And then comes further back in the field would have been last of all Biddy Mijo. And just in front of it is Scarlet Ruler, improving somewhat. Vinny the Flash takes the lead from Stropey as they head up to the turn. 650 metres out. They've broken away 4 to Our Scout's Honour. Toyart under the whip, Rapid Action running on, then Revor Lad, Mr. Jude. Our Big Girl, Flick Time a long way back, forget the others. I'd say headed by over on the inside, swiftly Kate. As they come around the turn, 400 metres out, Stropey on the inside, again goes up the join, Vinny the Flash. They're 3 in front of Our Scout's Honour, Rapid Action, then Our Big Girl. On the inside, battling away next, swiftly Kate. Down the outside is Mr. Jude, making some little impression. Vinny the Flash again takes the lead from Stropey at the 200-metre mark from Our Scout's Honour. Over on the outside, Mr. Jude, and then swiftly Kate. Vinny the Flash in front. On the outside, Mr. Jude might be up with them. Vinny the Flash, yes, Mr. Jude on the outside. Vinny the Flash and swiftly Kate. The outside, Mr. Jude in front near home, and Mr. Jude gets in. Mr. Jude beats swiftly Kate. Vinny the Flash third. 4th in Stropey, then Our Scout's Honour, Rapid Action, Our Big Girl. A break of 8 lengths then to No Name, Flick Time, Scarlet Ruler. Revor Lad back with Nippon Nugget, Toyart, and last to pull up Biddy Mijo.
Jeremy Walsh coming down the outside.
Jump quickly. Hero Wind was straight into the bridle today, fresh back. Lucky Day goes through on the inside to lead from Hero Wind and pushing through Century Flag and Neptune Stars right on the speed. Calorays is driving up along the inside, and then Pride of Tarleton. 1 away behind them, Palace Lord from Born to Perform. 2 or 3 away, the Stay of Ferox Chief, and last of all is Aragon Prince. And he'd be 7 off the lead as they go by the 800 now. Lucky Day a length in front of Calorays, and up there close handy. Oh, in trouble, Palace Lord seemed to falter, but going up on the outside of Calorays was Neptune Star. Further back behind them, Pride of Tarleton right on the speed. They were followed by Century Flag, and further back Hero Wind now niggled at. Palace Lord the inside, Born to Perform from Aragon Prince, and the Stars along last. Ferox Chief Calorays got through to lead inside the 400. Shows out by a length and a half, and I'll tell you what, he's travelling too, this leader. Second, Lucky Day shaken up, and back behind them Pride of Tarleton angling for the run, but it's not there. The whips are cracking at the 200. Calorays a length in front now. There's a run through on the inside for Pride of Tarleton, but Calorays the leader. Born to Perform and Palace Lord are getting home with the swoopers out wide. Calorays is stopping. Born to Perform and now coming quickly like Palace Lord. Palace Lord in the centre has won from either Calorays or Born to Perform in a great finish. Further back, Lucky Day just doesn't get the 1200. Back behind those, Aragon Prince ran on. They were followed by Neptune Star and also Century Flag. Pride of Tarleton didn't finish it off. Further back, Ferox Chief, and last in, pulling up quickly, was Hero Wind.
But Eddie Wilkinson has the ride, and it'll run the second favourite behind Petite Falou, who's likely to be up with the leading horses when they settle down in a race. The Travascus. Ready, all clear given, off they go. Cigarillo missed the start about a length or so. Century Affair began fast. Petite Falou, Georgia Mister going forward in the early part. Magic Turn and Lemon Delicious are handy, and Friar Lake, and next is Miss Windsor, followed by Smidgen. After going about 250, Magic Turn outside Petite Falou, the leaders. Miss Windsor outside Georgia Mist. Then a length away to Century Affair, Lemon Fantasy. Smidgen 3 wide, Wonder Fire Lake, Zakynthos Girl. 2 further back is Miss Sakova, and then Southland's Oregon Star, followed by Fairway Lass, Lavender and Lace, Cigarillo, and Megastar last at the 600. Magic Turn the leader, a length and a half, Petite Falou. Miss Windsor the outside, improving up to be closer to the leader around the turn, and then Lemon Fantasy, Georgia Missed the Rail, and Smidgen wider out. Century Affair losing ground on the inside. Miss Sakova swings wide. Fairway Lass very deep when they come around the turn, and then Cigarillo in the straight. Magic Turn the leader, Petite Falou coming after it. Smidgen's running on well, and so too is Miss Sakova down the outside at the 250 metres. and Smidgen hits the lead. Firelake is out after it quickly. It's Smidgen the leader from Firelake. Miss Sakova died on a run. Firelake trying to reach Smidgen. Smidgen in front. Firelake levelling up. Smidgen and Firelake are coming down to the line together. Nothing between them. Firelake went home the best, and Firelake just won it from Smidgen. About 4 lengths away third, Cigarillo, a good performance, followed by Lavender and Lace and Miss Sakova. Then Southland's Century Affair, Lemon Fantasy and Magic Turn, followed by Oregon Star, and back behind her was Megastar. Zakynthos Girl, Miss Windsor weakening in the run home towards the end of Georgia Mist and Fairway Lad.
Ready to go. Stand by for a start. And they're racing. Burrito from box 2, the first to go. Siri Nelg near the fence began okay. Laboo, Lady, Monica and Grappelli mustering speed. Just behind them, Fra Omega. Nevitt on the outside, followed by Super Dane. Keep Channing's gone back second last, and last of all was Raging Force. Down the back, about 14 or 1500 to go. There's a bit of speed on. Grappelli the leader. Nevitt's gone up second, and Burrito's going to box seat third, the rails. A length away, Fra Omega fourth, Monica fifth, the fence, Laboo Lady is sixth. And then came Siri Nelg on the inside of Super Dane together last. Keep Chanting on the inside of Raging Force. To the 1200 metres mark, they run the speed, steadies up. Grappelli the pacemaker. Nevitt's gone up to second on the outside. Marshall's got him posied second, and Burrito is third on the fence, and Johnny Powell's got him in a good spot. 2 lengths away, Fra Omega fourth, and Monica's travelling fifth, the fence. Gee, they're getting along at a fair clip again. A length and a half, Laboo Lady, followed by Siri Nelg, and then came Super Dane together last. Keep Chanting on the inside of Raging Force. Past the 800 metres mark, Grappelli the leader. 3 parts to Nevitt in second spot, and when a lot of people didn't think there was be much speed on, this has been very truly run. Burrito's just boxed away third on the inside as they go over the crossing from Fra Omega. Then Laboo Lady, followed by Monica Super Dane. Here's Raging Force about to cut loose from Siri Nelg, and Keep Chanting whips them in. Around the turn, 4.25 to go. Grappelli joined by Nevitt. Burrito looking for the way out from Fra Omega, Laboo Lady. He's Raging Force joining in with Super Dane, and Keep Chanting down the outside. Siri Nelg is trying to go through in the centre. Laboo Lady went to the lead from Nevitt. Burrito got the run on the fence of the 200 metres mark, and then Keep Chanting finishing strongly down the outside. Laboo Lady is the leader. Burrito, Nevitt and Keep Chanting trying hard. Laboo Lady in front. Keep Chanting's not going to pick up Laboo Lady, and Laboo Lady beat Keep Chanting. Third home in the race, Burrito, and just in front of Siri Nelg and Nevitt. Raging Force didn't go on with it, and then came Super Dane, Fra Omega, followed by Monica, and last home in the race was Grappelli.
Outside Jars, out 3 deep Raffian going right up on the inside of the leader. There was the Landmark. Tracking it through as Hydro's Boy, followed then as they work off the back by Elza Gem. 2 lengths away to San Monica, half away American in Paris. 3 further back then was Jurassic there, really struggling this last trio. Shelmadine and Hopeless Tart and Rebo up to the turn, 600 metres out, and the Landmark got right through along the inside.